we wanted to create a book which would help firms with this manufacturing or product-based heritage to understand how to adopt servitization, how to compete through services. Did we do it?
Yeah, I think we did.
Servitization Strategy is written for people who want to help their industrial firms compete through a strategy which is alternative to either competing through products or competing on basis of cost. It's for people who want to try and help their firm to compete through the idea of outcomes, through services, for doing more for the customers, for adding more value to the customers.
The servitization strategy is for executives who are struggling with different aspects of servitization. They are probably people who believe in the promise that servitization holds, the financial benefits that something like this can bring to their business, but they just don't understand how they can take this idea to senior management, to executive leadership, and convince them that this is a lucrative business opportunity.
In the book, we talk a lot about the different benefits of servitization, and we are trying to simplify those messages for the executives of the businesses. And also one of the key questions that they always have is about how should we go about it and how can we implement such new business models? Servitization is all about organizational transformation to compete through services rather than products alone. So when you talk about servitization, you can think about two distinct changes within the organizations. One is at the organizational level, the organizational capabilities, resources that need to be in the firm. And on the other hand is all about the business model and business model design and business model innovation.
When we talk about servitization, we aren't talking about a firm just selling more and more spare parts. We're talking about a firm that's actually innovating ultimately to compete through outcomes. And that's how we see servitization, isn't it? It's about outcomes.
There's this idea of selling something tangible, selling a product and selling the idea of ownership to customers. So, you come to me, I sell you a product, you take it home, and that's the end of story. But with servitization, it's about me making sure that you are getting the full worth of using that product. So now I'm interested in, is my customer happy with the use of the product? And that is the outcome that you're getting as a customer. You're getting value out of it. And servitization is all about delivering that outcome.
It's all about creating and capturing more value from their offering to the customers and the new ways of creating and co-creating value with the customers and for the customers. And actually it goes a little bit beyond just the firms per se. It goes beyond by explaining how the customers can also benefit and create and capture value for themselves.
And this whole thing of servitization is simply saying, hey firms, what a great opportunity you've got out there. Help your customer to move from simply acquiring products to achieving those outcomes.
Ultimately, what we're looking at is a usership. You don't want to really buy the lawnmower because you like it in your garage. You really want that, your turf is nice and green and clean and trimmed.
Servitization strategy is broken into three parts. The first part deals with servitization, what it is. The second part deals with why servitization is important. And the third part deals with how to go about implementing servitization.
In part 2 of the book, where we talk about the benefits and impacts, it explains how servitization can actually bring about economic performance, economic growth, how it can actually address some of the challenges that the firms are actually facing. In part 3 of the book, we go about the how question. We are explaining how companies can actually adopt servitization and design and develop new business models around advanced services.
And you come up with these 4 categories. What we do in this third part, we break servitization down into a series of 4 very straightforward, easy to follow steps. And those steps have come from our work with businesses over the past 10 years and all the research that we've done, all the industrial experiments we've done to actually develop a knowledge base which shows organizations how to actually do this efficiently and effectively.
Businesses know that they have this opportunity to do more with services, but they don't really quite understand it in a way, is it feasible? Is it going to work out for them? Is it going to bring them the monies and the returns and the financial incentives that they've always been told that come with services?
Our approach to understanding how to do servitization has been, first of all, to understand how it has been done well, and creating this thing that we call a roadmap, which is descriptive. And we talk about that inside the book. We talk about that descriptive process. But then on the basis of that, we form this framework, this route planner, which is key. The route planner really says, look, if you want to do servitization, this is what you do.
It's this entire step-by-step map of what you should do, how you should do, what are the best ways for you to go about it. There are lots of tips and tricks included.
What the book will actually do is help those executives to understand this transformation, to actually frame it and then to apply it.
We're trying to explain the step-by-step adoption of servitization and how they can actually implement such new strategy in their firms.